Toji Fushiguro is an absolute beast. I mean, a true unit among units, and episode 15 of season 2 of JJK proved exactly why. In this amazing episode, we saw that Megumi's plan to have everyone escape Dagon's domain was quickly foiled by Toji, as he burst through the opening he had created, thus sealing it off before anyone could get out. Well, you know, it kind of ended up working out in the end because Toji went absolutely insane on Dagon and proved to be way too much for him, even while being a special grade disaster curse within his own domain. I mean, this man Toji literally stepped on Dagon's court and put up a dub on him without breaking a sweat. Toji was simply too fast and too strong, and even dragging him down into the ocean wasn't enough to slow him down. Well, all the Toji glazing aside, watching this whole fight sequence got me thinking, could Toji take down all the disaster curses? Obviously referring to Mahito, Jogo, Hanami, and of course Dagon. I mean, you could easily make an argument for it since we just saw him take one out, so that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I want to make a case for Toji versus each one of the disaster curses individually, and see at what point would Toji's Chad energy not be enough to come out on top. Just because he took down one disaster curse with relative ease does not mean that it'll be the same story with all of them. After all, there is a hierarchy of power even within this group of disaster curses, which is something that Nanami, Maki, and now Bito sadly learned the hard way. I mean, they just brutally got flamed up. So make sure to stick around until the end because some of these matchups might surprise you with how they'd play out. So with that being said, let's get into it. So, first things first, if Toji is going to be taking on every disaster curse individually, it would make sense that he does so in order from weakest to strongest, right? Kind of like a battle tower from Pokemon scenario. I like that, we'll use it. That being said, I'll now be ranking them in order of strength that I think they fit nicely. For starters, I think it would make sense to put Dagon at the bottom since he did just get totally worked by Toji. But aside from that, I do genuinely think he's the weakest of the bunch for a few reasons. One being that without his domain, he seemed to have some level of trouble taking on 2 grade 1 sorcerers along with Maki. Sure, his domain is pretty insane, but I feel like the other curses have more versatility in their powers without a domain. So for those reasons, Dagon is at the bottom of the tower for me. Next up, we have another currently deceased curse in the anime with Hanami. I'd like to think that Hanami is closer to Dagon's level of power than Mahito or Jogo's because I feel like Hanami doesn't provide the same raw output potential that the other two have. That being said, I think that Hanami has much more versatility in their abilities outside of their domain compared to Dagon, but that being said, I do also feel like Hanami is a particularly bad matchup against Toji, and I'll explain exactly why in a minute, just put a pin in that for now. Hanami will fit in nicely at level 2 of the battle tower we're creating here. After those two, I feel like we move into a whole new tier of strength with Jogo, as we saw in the aforementioned anime episode. Jogo is by far one of the strongest characters we've ever seen in the series, period, and he's really only overshadowed by the upper echelon of sorcerers like Gojo and Sukuna. The fact that both of Jogo's major fights in the series were big ol' fat L's kind of gives the illusion that he's closer in power to characters like Yuji or Megumi, but do not get it twisted. As you'll see in a bit, I firmly believe that Jogo has a plethora of strong attacks with or without his domain that would give Toji a ton of trouble. Our Flame Boy fits in nicely at the 3rd level of our tower. Finally, we come to Mahito. Jogo himself said that Mahito had the potential to surpass all of them, which is why he chose Mahito to be their leader. I honestly think he reached this potential by his end in the manga, and Jogo wasn't lying. Mahito is a true walking disaster through and through, and his abilities are extremely versatile compared to the other curses. I actually can't wait to talk about his matchup with Toji because there's a very interesting conversation to be had there. So let's stick Mahito at the top of our battle tower here and get started. First in our list of matchups, we have Toji versus Dagon. For each of these matchups, I'll briefly list out the opponent's abilities and how they would each fare against Toji. I'll keep this one relatively short since this is the only matchup that has concrete proof as to who would win, because you know, we just saw it. Toji of course has a heavenly pact that made it to where he was born with 0 cursed energy. In exchange for having no cursed energy, he has incredible superhuman strength, speed, and durability. As we saw in the hidden inventory arc that with prep time, Toji was able to take down 2 special grade sorcerers in Gojo and Geto. On that that note, for each one of these matchups, we'll be going into them under the assumption that Toji has had prep time and understands his opponent's abilities going in. Oh, and he'll also have his Playful Cloud and Inverted Spear of Heaven curse tools. Gonna need those. Across the arena from him, we have Dagon, who we just saw go on a tear before getting fried up by Toji. Dagon was born from the fear of water-based natural disasters and existed as a cursed womb until he evolved during the Shibuya incident. Outside of his domain, he can generate and control large amounts of water almost instantly. He can also create a multitude of killer fish Shikigami that he launches at his opponent and would overwhelm almost any sorcerer, since his seemingly bottomless well of cursed energy would allow him to decimate other sorcerers with sheer numbers of killer fish. His domain expansion is called Horizon of the Captivating Skanda, which is essentially a tranquil beach where Dagon can summon his endless army of Shikigami sea creatures, and the guaranteed hit of his domain makes it to where they pretty much spawn instantly as they eat up their target. Again, we don't have to get into how this fight would go too much. You can just watch the anime episode to see how that would play out. Even if Dagon had his guaranteed hit from his domain, we saw that covering Toji in killer fish still wasn't enough to bite through his durable body, so Toji easily gets the dub in this one and moves on to level 2. His next opponent on level 2 is now Hanami. Hanami being the disaster curse where most people on Reddit just care about what gender they really are. I mean, people are ridiculous, just look at them, like who cares what gender they are, right? Anyway, Hanami was born from the fear of land-based natural disasters, and they desire to rid the earth of humanity because of their mistreatment of nature. Gojo has stated that Hanami has the presence of a regular spirit despite definitely being a curse, making Hanami a little difficult to detect. Additionally, they can move through plants and erase its presence completely. So yeah, Hanami's difficult to pin down. Their innate technique disaster plants let them use a wide array of plant-based cursed attacks. Hanami can spawn massive roots from the ground instantly and also make them disappear just as quickly, which makes it very hard for you to get close to Hanami. They can also create these wooden orbs to launch at opponents and cast flower fields, which immediately takes away their desire to fight. The last plant-based ability Hanami has is their cursed buds. Hanami launches buds that feed on the cursed energy of whoever it attaches to. The more techniques the person uses, the deeper the roots will extend into their bodies. Hanami also has a domain expansion called Ceremonial Sea of Light, but we never got a chance to see it. We can just assume that they shoot a fat ass beam of cursed energy from their arm and, call it a day. That's pretty much it. Well, as this fight begins, I see Hanami using her massive roots ability to attack Gojo from a distance, doing so in order to gauge his speed and power, while also sending those wooden orbs at him at the same time to keep him as busy as possible while they come up with a plan of attack. Unfortunately for Hanami though, Toji is way too fast for them to keep up with, and he appears right in front of their face instantly. Toji then immediately lands massive blows on Hanami that would crack their super durable shell. Hanami would then resort to using their flower field to momentarily stop Toji from wanting to fight, which would give them enough time to cast their cursed buds that would immediately latch onto Toji. It's in that moment that Hanami realizes the foolish mistake of betting on this move. See, to that point, Hanami had thought that Toji was suppressing his cursed energy to a level so low that Hanami couldn't sense it, but as we all know, that is not the case. Toji's complete lack of cursed energy would make the cursed buds totally ineffective and allow Toji to land some more massive blows while Hanami is totally confused. On the brink of defeat and not being able to stand a chance against Toji's strength and speed in a close-up fight, Hanami resorts to using their domain expansion to try and finish him off quickly in a single strike. However, much like how Gojo interrupted Hanami's domain expansion, so does Toji with his otherworldly speed as he closes the gap between them instantly as they try to cast their domain and uses the Inverted Spear of Heaven to completely decimate Hanami and finish them off for good. All in all, Toji would probably have the same level of ease taking down Hanami as he did with Dagon, with maybe being a little tired out from all the running he'd have to do while traveling up the endless routes that Hanami would create. That's alright though, because our boy just pops a sensu bean and moves on to the 3rd floor. On the 3rd level of our tower, Toji faces his toughest opponent by far in Jogo, the Flame Disaster Curse. Jogo was born from humanity's fear and negative association with volcanoes and other fire-related natural disasters. Jogo possesses a volcanic innate technique that allows him to produce highly concentrated curse flames. He could generate flames or shoot heat rays from his palms, or manifest small volcano openings in the environment around him that can erupt with powerful beams as well. He can also conjure ember insects that swarm their opponent and detonate like mini flame bombs. Jogo is also the first of the disaster curses to reveal his maximum technique, in the form of a giant meteor that he can summon. Jogo's domain expansion is called Coffin of the Iron Fortress, where he constructs the inside of a volcano and can manipulate it at will. Jogo is simply faster, stronger, and more durable than the previous two curses we talked about, and his flame manipulation is gonna pose the biggest test to Toji's durability yet. As their fight begins, Jogo's first move would be to come in close to Toji and incinerate him with his flames on contact. However, much like the other curses, Jogo is caught off guard by Toji's sheer speed and is dealt the first blow of the battle. Our favorite Chad just comes in with the left hook. Jogo's stubbornness makes him continue with his plan of trying to fry Toji with direct contact, but also begins spawning mini volcanoes throughout the battlefield. This way, Jogo can make up for his inferior strength and speed compared to Toji by using the environment around them to give Toji more threats to worry about at once, and hopefully by doing so create a brief opening for him to take advantage of. Jogo then summons a swarm of ember insects to keep Toji from thinking and working on a plan. Individually, the explosions each one of these insects can create is not enough to do any damage to Toji, as he would be able to slice them up before they could even explode anyway. However, Jogo sends a massive swarm at him that blocks his vision, much like how Toji did against Gojo, and in the brief millisecond that Toji is a bit disoriented, Jogo appears in front of him and delivers a massive blast of concentrated flames, point blank to Toji's body. In that moment, Jogo assumes the battle is over, but is surprised to see that Toji only received minor burns from the blast, and also surprises Jogo by slashing off the arm that burned him with the inverted spear of heaven. Jogo receives several more devastating blows from Toji and decides that his only path to victory at this point is using his domain expansion. After regenerating his arm with reverse curse technique, Jogo summons Coffin of the Iron Fortress around Toji. The important thing to remember here is that Jogo's domain replicates the inside of a volcano, including its insanely hot temperatures, so it would be interesting to see how Toji's body holds up against this and the guaranteed hits of the volcanic stone that's launched at him from the domain.
After recording the video, it was realized that sure hits can't target Toji due to a lack of cursed energy and that neither can domain barriers contain him, but for the sake of making the story interesting, let's just say Toji chose to stay inside Jogo's domain like he did with Dagon instead of just jumping out. And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
I mean, Toji was able to tank reversal red from Gojo point blank without breaking any bones, so his body really is built different. Also, we saw that Jogo's flames weren't enough to completely fry Maki, who has a way less durable body than Toji does, and she came out alive, so I'd put my money on him being able to withstand the super hot temperatures of that domain. However, the constant intense heats and attacks from the volcanic lava and stone that is within the domain would be enough to start slowly searing Toji's entire body, causing him a high level of pain. I mean, just imagine slowly getting third-degree burns all over your body. Recognizing that if he spends much more time in the domain, he'll be a goner, Toji decides to try and escape the domain. Jogo notices this plan and tries to bombard Toji with endless attacks to prevent him from moving, but Toji is able to briefly find a wall of the domain and uses the inverted spear of heaven to cut his way out. This makes Jogo dispel his domain, leaving him exhausted with not much cursed energy to spare. On the other side, Toji is severely burned all around his body, but still has the ability to fight. Leaving hand-to-hand combat as the only thing Jogo can do at this point, Toji easily overwhelms him in that area and finishes him off for good. Toji wins this one, but takes a heavy amount of damage and is left near death. It's all good though, my boy just pops another senzu bean and moves on to the top floor of the battle tower for his final fight. A dream of mine would be to somehow see this fight actually play out in the anime, which of course is impossible, I know, but a guy can dream, right? I think it would be such a damn awesome fight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments though. At the top floor, Toji comes face to face with Mahito, and let me tell you, I had a pretty hard time figuring out how this one would go. This is mostly because Mahito's abilities are so damn versatile and abstract in some ways that it was hard thinking of how Toji would deal with them effectively. Mahito was born from humanity's collective hatred and fear towards other humans. This makes him the only member of the disaster curses to not be born from a fear of natural disasters. Mahito's curse technique, Idol Transfiguration, grants him the ability to reshape souls. souls. Doing so allows him to disfigure the bodies of his victims, heal his own wounds, transform his appendages into weapons, and a limitless variety of other possible transformations. He can use soul multiplicity to merge several souls, which allows him to use secondary abilities like body repel, where he compresses the souls so much with cursed energy that the immediate rejections of merger creates a projectile attack that he can throw at his opponents. He can also use it to merge souls with weak rejection to create polymorphic soul isomers. These transfigured souls pack a serious punch and can act autonomously. He's also able to change into a much stronger form called the instant spirit body of distorted killing, which makes him much more durable and even stronger physically. We also can't forget that Mahito can use black flashes. Lastly, Mahito's domain expansion creates an environment where he is automatically connected with the souls of anyone inside of it and is capable of transfiguring them at will, while Toji does not mess around at the beginning of this fight and lunges towards Mahito with the inverted spear of heaven for an instant kill. However, as he slashes Mahito's body in half, it's revealed that Mahito had separated his body himself before the blade can connect, and creates a massive fist to punch Toji back. Much like with all the other curses, Mahito has a hard time dealing with Toji's speed, but his quick reflexes makes it to where Toji has a hard time landing a solid blow on Mahito. Every time he tries to punch him or cut him with the inverted spear of heaven, Mahito just transfigures his body in order to dodge the hit. Mahito then uses body repel to merge several souls and launches the rejection blast at Toji at high speed. Toji dodges this attack, but Mahito keeps up the pressure by creating polymorphic soul isomers. He creates a ton of these isomers and they all attack Toji at once as he continues to use body repel to further disorient Toji and keep him at a distance. Among the confusion, Toji briefly loses sight of Mahito as another body repel comes at him. He manages to block it, but to his surprise, Mahito pops up behind him and makes direct contact with Toji, and uses his idol transfiguration to kill him right there and then. However, he soon realizes that much like with Yuji, Mahito is unable to manipulate Toji's soul. This is because Toji's body is so insanely strong and stable, and as Mahito says himself, the soul and the body are one and the same. This means his technique and domain expansion are completely useless against Toji. Toji takes advantage of this brief moment of confusion to finally land solid blows on Mahito, using his cursed tools. Now knowing that his domain expansion would be useless, Mahito immediately transforms into his instant spirit body of distorted killing form. This new body allows him to go toe to toe with Toji physically, as his hardened body can tank Toji's blows, and by this point Mahito is firmly in the zone, meaning he's now using black flashes to deal massive damage to Toji. At the same time, he's still bombarding Toji with isomer bodies, so he can't manage to find enough time to pull out the inverted spear of heaven, as he's also receiving these black flash hits. After taking multiple hits like this, Toji's body is finally starting to break down, and Mahito sees this as an opportunity to stop creating isomers and focus on attacking him directly with idol transfiguration. He does this because all the damage that the black flashes caused likely made Toji's body weak enough to be able to actually be transfigured this time. He lunges straight for Toji, and this proves to be a dire mistake, as Toji pulls out the inverted spear of heaven while Mahito comes within inches of him and slices off his arm before it could touch his body. Without wasting any time, Toji slices up Mahito, who can't use his technique to reshape his body and protect himself due to the effect of the spear, and is finally exorcised. And with that, Toji might be seriously hurt, but he completes the battle tower, collects his $1 million cash prize, and gambles it all away within a week. Again, this is another amazing theoretical fight that I wish would be animated someday, and of course wouldn't be, but whatever, making this video was fun enough. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have an absolutely wonderful day, afternoon, night, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next video.